and our concern for the people and the businesses that have been affected here. Congressman Kanjorski is here with me, Senator Musto, Representative Tighe, the mayor of Whitehaven, the present mayor, the mayor-elect, the members of council. We just had a briefing from the director of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency who works for the Commonwealth.
Community with a very low budget. Not much of the street.
How long you fellas stay here? Hello. Stay here? Yeah. You volunteered? You still want to thank you for the work you're going to do. All the time. We appreciate it very much. Yeah, all wood too. Yeah.
You may want to describe to the governor how you attacked this.
No, Bill, and I've just been told the homeless update is to 45 people. The representatives, and Governor Casey's coming my way. Governor Casey, WBRE TV, we're on live. 45 people homeless the day before Christmas Eve. What can you say to these people?
Well, first of all, we are here to show our support for and our concern for the people and the businesses that have been affected here. Congressman Kanjorski is here with me, Senator Musto, Representative Tighe, the mayor of Whitehaven, the present mayor, the mayor-elect, the members of council. We just had a briefing from the director of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency who works for the Commonwealth, Mr. Joseph LaFleur, who outlined the damage. We've lost eight buildings have been burned to the ground here, 20 families affected, 45 people, individuals have been affected. Thank God they survived.
Can you do anything from the state level? Any government help?
Yes, indeed. We are looking right now and hope to have by the end of the day made a determination on eligibility for small business assistance, small business administration disaster assistance loans, which would be available to both individuals and businesses. And we're going to be rushing that through on a priority basis to, as this gentleman I just spoke to a few minutes ago said, help them rebuild here if we possibly can. And every other department or state government that can be of help, we'll be here to help these people.
A personal message from you to the families. What do you say to them?
Well, 2 days before Christmas, it's heartbreaking. It's tragic, and we just have to say, I guess, thank God that they're alive. But we can't do anything to lessen the loss of the dislocation this is going to mean for them. And I'm sure in these buildings are many things that are irreplaceable, family heirlooms or mementos or things that mean so much to all of us that no one can replace. So we just want the people to know that we're thinking about them, that we feel for them, and we want to help them.
Thank you, Governor. That's the Governor of Pennsylvania, Robert Casey. He is saying that he's going to help out, try to give some sort of state aid to these people. That's it for now from Whitehaven. Back to you, Bill. Thank you.
Company did either.
The DER didn't even know the company existed until receiving complaints about a bad smell coming from the plant. Under the law, it's up to the owners of a plant like this to alert the DER that the plant is in operation. The owners of this plant apparently didn't do that. What's ironic is the DER was supposed to inspect this plant this week. The investigation into what happened here is just beginning. Bill Longworth, Eyewitness News, Northampton County.
And straight ahead on Eyewitness News, a chance 100 new jobs may be lost in the Williamsport area. 2 men escaped serious injury in a sewer line accident in Danville. And police are a step closer to catching Clinton County's firebug. We'll be right back.
Buy a Eureka vacuum cleaner now and get our exclusive double buyer protection. It's protection so sweet, it'll sweep you off your feet.
Bay's exciting new circular is so packed with money-saving buys, some people just can't wait to get down to their nearest store.
Save now on long-lasting Drixerol decongestant cold tablets, only $2.49. Bay's 250-milligram vitamin C tablets, bottle of 100, are on sale now, just 99 cents. And Puff's facial tissues in assorted colors or plain white are a low, low 77 cents.
Bay's
not your average drugstore.
Obviously.
Roswell Gilbert loved his wife for 51 years, but he never loved her more
Let me die.
than the day he killed her.
Roswell Gilbert, he is being charged with murder in the first degree.
Based on an incredible true story.
I had to do it.
Robert Young stars Mercy or Murder, Sunday.
2 Danville men escaped serious injury this afternoon when a wall of mud collapsed on them. The 2 were just finishing excavation for a new sewer line at Pinebrook Homes when the wall gave way. Jim Buck and Bill Shalongo were trapped for about a half hour. Rescue workers used materials on hand to shore up the wall sides before pulling out the men. Their boss says they were very lucky.
Very much so. At no time were either one of their heads covered, so that, you look for the good things.
Both men were treated and released from Geisinger Medical Center. State police have put together a description of a suspect from last month's fire in Clinton County that killed 2 women. Troopers are looking for a man who's similar to this drawing. He's about 5'8" or 5'10" with a medium build. Strawberry blonde hair that's thinning on top, probably in his 30s. Last month, fire killed 2 women living in a building in downtown Lock Haven. The fire was set in a second-floor stairwell. If you can help, call State Police, 726-6000 or 368-8141. A meat packer at Williamsport says the city may lose a chance at 100 new jobs unless it changes its mind. The zoning board has turned down a request by Harrison Brothers to expand its operations. The board decided it wouldn't be in the best interest of the neighborhood to okay the change. The meat packers may just go ahead and expand elsewhere. Time now for the weather. Mark Hiller is sitting in. What's it going to be?
Well, today we looked at a strange case of temperature inversion out in central Pennsylvania. We'll talk a little more about that later on, but some spots did manage to hang out to freezing temperatures. However, most spots warmed up. Some of the snow melt that melted today may actually refreeze tonight, so we do want to warn folks that may be a little slippery in some spots. And, of course, we'll have your exclusive AccuWeather report when Eyewitness News at 6 returns in a moment.
U.S. Tuxedo and Bridal Path present the 1987 Bridal Fantasy Collection Sunday, January 18th, 1 p.m. at Genetti's, downtown Wilkes-Barre. The latest in men's formal wear from U.S. Tuxedo, who feature the largest and most complete selection of formal wear in northeastern PA. Plus Bridal Path's newest creations in bridal wear for 1987. Admission is free and door prizes, including a honeymoon vacation in the Poconos. U.S. Tuxedo and Bridal Path's 1987 Bridal Fantasy Collection Sunday, January 18th, 1 p.m. Genetti's in downtown Wilkes-Barre. Remember, admission is free.
Aunt Millie, refills.
Oh, bless your husband's appetite, huh?
He thinks I make it. I soak off your labels. How do you make a spaghetti so thick and good?
Chunks of tomatoes, my herbs and spices. Everything 100% natural. No sugar added. A good old-fashioned sauce. Taste.
Aunt Millie's had a good old-fashioned taste then. It has a good old-fashioned taste now.
Millie, I couldn't make that.
I'll give you jars without labels, huh?
You know, I'm in the pink. Why, I feel like a 20-year-old boy.
Yeah, now all you got to do is convince a 20-year-old girl. Well,
Don't try to soft me, Hope. How much applause do you think you'd get if people had to pay to get in here?
Space, the final frontier.
Celebrating over 60 years of service. Thanks for coming home to WBRE.
On the next MASH.
You woke me out of one of the sexiest dreams of all time to discuss morale. Pierce, morale is important.
Morale hits a new low as tempers flare and violence strikes the 4077. But can one man remaining calm, poised, can one simple man make a difference?
You woke me for that, Private O'Reilly.
Corporal, sir.
Nothing is forever, Radar.
On MASH.
MASH, Wednesday at 7 on WBRE TV-28.
Welcome back. I'll have your exclusive AccuWeather forecast in just a moment, but I do want to talk about that strange phenomena that occurs every so often. Normally, we associate warmer temperatures occurring in valley areas, but every so often, some cold, stale air gets locked into the valleys, and actually, the higher in altitude you get, the warmer the temperature is, and this is known as temperature inversion. And we had a classic case of it today out in the Big Valley area between Lock Haven, Clinton County, and Williamsport in Lycoming County. And what happened was essentially this. Some of the mountain areas warmed up sufficiently above freezing, but it stayed a few degrees below freezing in this Big Valley area, and as light rain fell, it made for some slippery roadways. Give you an example, light wind at Williamsport at noon today, only 31 degrees, but you had a good wind stir the air up, and an hour later, it rose by 10 degrees to 41. So that's pretty much what temperature inversion is all about. Now let's get a look at some temperatures throughout the TV-28 viewing area. Start you in Luzerne County at Glen Lyon, where it's 37 degrees. Montrose, Susquehanna County, 31. Get a load of these measurements, 37, 39. 39. Wind Gap, Northampton County, Minersville, Schuylkill County, and Williamsport, Lycoming County. Of course, we're talking temperature measurements. At the airport in Avoca, 35, and a pretty big wind right now out of the northwest between 17 and gusting to 30 miles an hour. Relative humidity, 70%, and as we feel the effects of high pressure, the barometer is rising now, 29.82. Range and temperature today, 38 on the high side at 3:30 this afternoon. At 2:30 this morning, we reached our low of 28. A year ago, the range was 20 and 11. Records for the date, above zero, 62 on the high side and 4 on the low side. Sunrise, sunset times tomorrow, 7:29 a.m., 4:52 p.m. And out the weather window, if you look closely along the Susquehanna River, you'll see some of those ice chunks floating along with some of the thawing going on. That is a look at the Susquehanna from West Pittston from photographer Charlie Hayes. Temperatures today, well, it did get warmer on the mid-Atlantic. As a matter of fact, 60s as far north as Richmond, Virginia. But we pretty much got socked into some 30s with warmer temperatures to the southeast of us. And I think we're going to see gradually temperatures on the decline over the next couple of days. Let's get a look at the satellite map and the jet stream, and we'll show you essentially what is happening here at this hour. We're getting a look at the motion of the jet stream pushing from the south. There's a lot of moisture out this way, and if things could work out right toward the weekend, we could get hit with a pretty good snowstorm. But again, this is a long way away. Let's look at the short run of things and the eastern seaboard shot. Pennsylvania tonight socked in clouds, and as high pressure builds in, we'll see a break in some of those clouds. But I think the further south you get in the viewing area tomorrow, the more sunshine you eventually will see. National map time, and we'll show you the high pressure that's going to build in. There you see it right in the middle of the country. It'll continue to move east. There'll still be a pretty good breeze around as this high pressure stays to our west tomorrow. And as we move into Friday, it looks like we've got another decent day in store as high pressure sets up along the mid-Atlantic coast, gives us a little bit of a warming before we get into some colder air over the weekend. Now right now, a rating on the panicky pick. For tomorrow, temperatures will hit at least near normal, but with the wind chill, it'll feel like it's the teens. Still, it could be worse. It's January, remember. So we'll rate your tomorrow a 6, and whether or not it's your kind of weather, make the most out of your Thursday. AccuWeather time tonight, blustery and chilly with no more than a couple of flurries. There is some light snow this hour at the airport in Avoca. 26 degrees your low for tonight. And then tomorrow, periods of clouds and sun with a chilly breeze. Wind chills in the teens. No more than a passing flurry, though, in the high 35. And then tomorrow night, fair and cold and 20. Now the rest of the AccuWeather forecast. Friday, simply put, partly sunny and your high 37. Saturday, though, if anything's going to happen over the weekend, this will probably be the day, a chance of snow. Sunday, brisk and chilly, a few flurries, 32. Monday, cold, some sun, and 30. We'll keep an eye on that storm development over the weekend.
No complaints. We're pretty happy with it.
All righty.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Busy day for Jim. We got swimming now, but more tonight, right?
A lot of things on tap tonight. The colleges begin basketball play after the New Year holiday, and we're ready and set to roll with a lot of sports. Some key girls high school swimming matchups on tap this afternoon. A ton of local college basketball and high school wrestling tonight. Those stories and more when we come right back.
You know, I never realized that a beeper could keep me in touch with my family, friends, and business associates when I'm away from my home or office. But boy, was I mistaken. With a beeper, I can be contacted at the studio, on location, at the tennis court, wherever I am. Take a tip from Dick Van Patten. A beeper from Mobile Phone can help keep you in touch with Northeastern Pennsylvania. Give him a call. Mobile Phone of Northeastern Pennsylvania. Affordable, quality communication that suits your lifestyle.
Of the leading home energies available today, natural gas is clearly superior. Why? Because it can dry your clothes, heat your water, heat your home, and cook your food for less money than the other energy. And because gas promises to remain available and competitively priced for years and years to come. Natural gas from Pennsylvania Gas and Water Company, the world's best energy by far, far into the future.
I'm Bryant Gumbel.
I'm Jane Pauley.
I'm Jerry Baum.
Today in 28 Eyewitness News, your morning team for all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Join me for the latest local news, weather, and sports at 7:25 and 8:25 during Today.
That's Today for the Stars, for economic forecasts and Willard's weather, weekday mornings at 7.
And I'll keep you informed with the latest news and my complete AccuWeather forecast.
Today in the 28 Eyewitness News team.
Nobody works harder.
Good evening, everyone. This was a very big afternoon of girls high school swimming with the key matchup featuring the Lady Argents of Bishop Hoban at Valley West. The final in this one, Hoban won it 98-74. Now some of the highlights of this afternoon's main events. In the 200 medley relay this afternoon, Wyoming Valley West won it with a fine effort by the team of Melissa Watkins, Christy Flora, Eileen Conley, and Kristen O'Neill. Bishop Hoban came in second and third. Team score 8-6, Valley West. In the 200-yard freestyle, Michelle Dreyhaus of Bishop Hoban took first place honors with a time of 2:02.11. Samantha Dunn of Bishop Hoban came in second. Tammy Benner of Valley West finished in third place, 18-12, Bishop Hoban. In the 200-yard individual medley, Heather Parry of Bishop Hoban won the event in 2 minutes, 19.94 seconds. Christy Flora of Valley West finished in second place. Chrissy Lawrence of Hoban came in third, 27-19, Bishop Hoban. In the 50-yard freestyle, Eileen Conley of Bishop Hoban won it in 26.18 seconds. Kathy Andrew of Bishop Hoban finished in second place. Kristen O'Neill of Valley West came in third. Bishop Hoban led it by only 4 points, 33-29, in one of the key meets this afternoon in local high school swimming. And another good matchup this afternoon featured the Lady Mohawks of Myers hosting Coughlin at the Kister Elementary School pool. The final in this one, Myers won it 120-40. It was a big afternoon of college wrestling for the Wilkes College Colonels on the road today. John Reese's team enjoyed a perfect afternoon. They shut out Virginia Tech. The final was 47-0. Colonels back in action on Saturday in the Central Virginia Open. Little League headquarters in Williamsport announced this afternoon the creation of a brand new baseball award, the Bill Shea Distinguished Graduate Award, to Little Leaguers who go on to represent baseball in a positive way. This year's award goes to manager Bobby Valentine of the American League's Texas Rangers, the first Little League graduate to manage a Major League Baseball team. Valentine receives the award on January 18th at the Baseball Writers' Dinner in New York City. The University of Scranton Royals will end a 3-week holiday basketball layoff tonight when head coach Bob Beswar's team returns to action by hosting Lycoming College at the John Long Center on campus. Tip-off time is set for 8:15 p.m. The last Royal action was on December 20th when they capped off their own holiday basketball tournament. The Royals on the road later this week to play in the Moravian basketball tournament. Lycoming and Scranton tonight, 8:15 at the Long Center on campus. It is a doubleheader night at the Scanlon Gymnasium on the King's College campus tonight with the Lady Monarchs and Monarchs both in action. The Monarchs will play host to the Bloomsburg Huskies. Game time set for 8 p.m. Head coach Ken Atkins' team has been on a big-time roll lately and go in off major wins over Drexel and Moravian College. In the opener tonight, the Lady Monarchs will play host to Mansfield University. That game is just underway. Lady Monarchs have been off since the 6th of December, are very anxious to return to basketball competition. Doubleheader action at Kings tonight, 6 and 8 p.m. Even though there are a ton of events on the local sports schedule tonight, the high school wrestling season continues with the full lineup on tap in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Big time showdown tonight, Myers High School, the Mohawks hosting the Mountaineers of Hazelton. The first match set to get underway at 7:30. Also on the schedule tonight, Tunkhannock and Hanover area scores and highlights later tonight at 11 o'clock. University of Miami officials bitterly reacted to the Hurricane football team's actions at the recently completed Sunkist Fiesta Bowl in Tempe, Arizona. They claim complete disappointment over the team's arrival and battle fatigues, walking out of the steak fry hosted by the bowl committee for both teams, and for the football team taunting Penn State fans before the game. The school will now draw up a stricter code of conduct for their athletes in the future. They should have thought of that last week when it went down, not now, and I wonder if they won how they would have felt about it. By the way, Miami tore up a $10,000 locker room after the loss. Good sports all the way.
Good sports indeed. All righty. We'll be back with more on the Taylor chemical leak and evacuation in just a moment.
Franklin First Federal now pays 8% to yield 8.24% on 5-year IRAs. That's 8% on a 5-year IRA from Franklin First Federal.
Ralph Canasano created Ragu traditional spaghetti sauce, but he sold and left the company. He then created Francesco Rinaldi. Ralph, which do you think tastes even more Italian?
Francesco Rinaldi. As I got older, I got better.
Oh, yeah, Ralph? As you got older, you got better? We'll see.
Compare Francesco Rinaldi to Ragu. All you've got to lose is your shirt. and we'll send you a new one.
Hey, Ralph, me too. As I got older, I got better.
Ciao, Francesco Rinaldi.
WBRE TV-28 answers your stereo questions.
I'm on cable. Can I get channel 28 in stereo?
The majority of households watching WBRE TV-28 over cable systems can receive their stereo signals. Unfortunately, some cable systems change the audio to meet their technical needs. If your cable system makes this change, the stereo signal cannot reach your house. If you have a stereo receiver connected to cable and still cannot receive WBRE TV in stereo, contact your cable company. We're sure they'll want to help.
What does stereo television really mean?
Briefly, it means that the audio portion of a stereo television program is transmitted in two parts, a left channel and a right channel.
Hear a true stereo demonstration at these Zenith dealers.
Come home to WBRE.
Let's take one more look at tonight's weather. What's up, Mark?
Really, hold on to your collective hats. It is pretty windy outside, and it will continue to stay so through the night. Let's get a look at that AccuWeather recap tonight, and it will be blustery and chilly. A couple of flurries, and actually, there could be a coating in the higher elevations. It's not out of the question. 26 degrees your low tonight. Tomorrow, with periods of clouds and sun, will warm up to 35, but there will be a chilly breeze, making it feel like it's in the teens at times. No more than a passing flurry, though. Tomorrow night, fair and cold and 20. Vic?
Now, to review that chemical leak in Taylor and Lackawanna County, about 2,500 people have been forced to evacuate their homes in Lackawanna County because of a derailed tanker car, a car that is leaking a very highly flammable chemical. Rich Noonan is standing by with an update from the Emergency Management Command post at Host Company Number 1. Rich, anything new to report?
Yes, there is, Vic. At this point, the best guess that officials here have as to when the evacuees can return home is at about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. That is if all goes well. Now, the second crane we are waiting for is preparing to help lift the the tanker back on the tracks at this point. As we told you earlier, it's not ruptured, so that situation is a volatile one. That is the most dangerous point in this whole crisis. When they are putting that tank back on the tracks, that's the most dangerous point. The welding gas inside that is leaking out is highly flammable. That's what they're afraid of. Once it's back on the tracks, the situation here will be safe again and people can return to their homes. So we're not exactly sure when that'll happen. It all depends on what happens down at the D&H yards within the next hour or so. Vic?
Rich, something on my mind. I haven't heard it so far tonight. Nobody has been hurt so far in any of this leak, correct?
That is correct. Folks here have done a great job. Taylor's not a very big town, but the people have mobilized here. They evacuated in a very orderly fashion, and no injuries at this point.
All right, thank you. Rich Noonan reporting, and the latest on that Taylor chemical leak. Of course, we'll have more for you tonight on Nightcast. That is Eyewitness News. We'll see you again for Nightcast at 11. Right now, it's NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. I'm Vic Vetters. Make it a great evening, everybody.